Welcome back. As is always the way, it's my final day here in Asturias, and of course after a rubbish day yesterday with all the gloomy drizzle, the sun is out and it's 18 Celsius, but it actually feels warmer. So we're actually on the other side of the estuary from Salinas Beach, Playa de Salinas. We're at Faro de Avilés, the local lighthouse, as you can see there. We're gonna check that out, and because you know I like lighthouses after you've seen my vlogs of Hook and a few others, especially Ponte de Pago in Madeira and the drone footage I had. So we're going to get some excellent aerial footage. This is a day for it anyway. And we'll also wander around this cliffside because there are hiking trails here. We won't have much time to wander around because I have my flight later on in the afternoon, but I'm going to show you as much as I can in the meantime. So as I pan around, there's the lighthouse there, and in the distance where you could see those apartment blocks, that's Playa de Salinas, where I was a couple of days ago. And panning around even further, you see the outdoor museum of Jacques Cousteau's son, Philippe Cousteau. And then heading further, I think this is east, yeah, and you see the cliff sides, and up yonder is where the hiking trails are. So as I edge closer to the edge of the cliff with the sun beaming behind me, this is my view in front of me. Gotta be careful I don't fall in. Let's drop the camera down so you can see the channel below. Waves are a little bit choppy there, and it goes right in there, and then the cliff paths are above it. And here's looking the other way out to sea. And I wonder what this is for. If anyone knows, just drop a comment below and fill me in with the relevant information. I don't know what that is. It's stuck to this rock here. I'm just going to walk up here for a few moments just to see where this path leads. I'm not going to go all the way, but I just want to give you a gist of things. If ever you visit here, it is a marvellous place. Very peaceful, no rowdy crowds of people, and it's mostly locals you'll find here. Very few foreigners because very few people speak English here. So it is actually very traditional in its Spanish ways, and so it should be. We're in Spain, of course. Here's a view looking back on that channel. Doesn't seem as bad from this angle. And I'm just going to walk up to what looks like some kind of watchtower over there before I have to depart for the airport. Upon further examination, it's actually too small to be a watchtower. It still could be one, but just for one person. This is it there. And someone's graffitified it to the side. A small amphitheatre there, but I wonder what its original use was. And here's another one just a few meters away, which has been graffitified. So if anyone watching this knows a reason for what these little amphitheatres are for, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. So this is as far as I dare to go on this mini cliff walk. There seems to be quite a few delights right in front of me. There's a few people out and about. It is early Sunday afternoon, still lunchtime, but unfortunately I have to go back that way. But on the plus side, I'm going to give you some delightful drone footage of the lighthouse right now. You can't really enter the lighthouse through this way. This is a path which goes off a cliff if you feel daring enough to jump over and go along that grass verge. So hopefully my flying camera footage will allow you to see it in all its glory. It's locked. Not allowed. Bye bye car, you've served me well over the last few days. I'll miss you. And these are the people you can go to hire your car, and they're very reasonably priced and very friendly service too. Good afternoon. Good, thank you. Finally on board.
Oh, I'm here.
This is my seat there. So I'm finally on board flight FR 440 OVD, Asturias Airport to Dublin, and what a great 4 days I've had. I must say I do recommend visiting the Asturias region. Yeah, I'm quite wrecked because I didn't get much sleep last night, the excitement of coming back. Yeah, so about this place, don't expect it to be hectic in any way. It's all laid back and very little English is spoken here. So if you're good at Spanish, this is your chance to practice it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome on board the Ryanair flight FR 440 back to Dublin. If Dublin is not your destination, identify yourself to a member of the crew. Today you're flying on a Boeing 737-8200.
Sorry about that, rudely interrupted there by the tannoy making the announcements as if I didn't know where I was going. But back to the trip. Yeah, you can get a great deal. This only cost me about €31 return for the basic, so look out for them. I recommend IrishFlights.ie, their website, for checking out any deals to anywhere in Europe or possibly beyond. Welcome back to Ireland. Back to the real rain and nippiness of the Emerald Isle. Back safe and sound. Flight was just over an hour and a half actually, it wasn't too long. So. I'm finally back in the airport car park. It's Holiday Blue I use. and it is drizzling outside, and it is great to be back on the correct side of the road. These Europeans could learn a thing or two about driving. I'm only joking if you're from the continent, but it is a huge sigh of relief to be on the side of the road that I'm used to. Anyway, just to summarize the trip, yes, I do recommend flying in. It's cheap and cheerful. The only problem is that, just to reiterate, that not as many people speak English, so get your Google Translate out if you want to communicate. There are a few, and I found it a problem being a Muslim, of course, that most of the food I was unable to eat because of the fact that they use a lot of pork products, and some of the shellfish and the seafood they use, it is haram to me. That means forbidden. But don't let that stop you. If you look hard enough, you will be able to find food good enough for your own palate or dietary requirements. So that is it from me, Roo. Thank you very much for joining me on this Asturias blog series. So you'll join me on the next one. You better be there. You know where it is. It's somewhere I've been to before, and it's somewhere which you know I absolutely adore. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. You have a good day. You have a good week. Until then, bye. But hopefully the drone footage will see you through it. But hopefully my drone footage will allow you to see it in all its glory. So I'm finally back behind the wheel of my own car, and it's good to be on the correct side of the road. These Europeans could learn a thing or two about. So it's finally great to be back on the right side of the road. I'm in Holiday Blue Airport car park. This is where I usually put my car in if I'm going to the airport. Unfortunately, Quick Park, which was a great car park and even cheaper. Don't.